Now tell me about how you got the Pratt&osborne 650. How did you end up with that bike?
Graham Osborne built it out of a bike in the second-hand shop. Yeah, just a trade-in it was, and it had a few things wrong with it. And I was out selling and servicing ag bikes for a living for Alan Osborne. I used to be out from one week of the month. I was out from Monday till Friday, out all around the Western District, going and checking on bikes that I'd sold, making sure they're okay, and selling them to neighbours because they'd always give a good account of our service. And I was out there and I came back and my brain's gone.
You broke your ankle?
Oh, that's right. I broke my ankle at Barrable on a scramble bike, coming off you familiar with the Barrable circuit?
I know roughly where it is.
There was a drop off that you came off flat out and you landed on the back wheel and then kept the front wheel up as long as you could going down the hill. Well, I pulled on the handlebars a bit too hard and went off the back.
Oh no.
Broke my left ankle. And I was hanging around the shop with my leg in plaster and I was really missing racing. And Alan said to me when I got the plaster off, you know what, you'd better take over that old road racer of Graham's and because that way you don't have to stand up on a scramble bike.
Yeah.
You sit on the road and lie down on it. Oh yeah, oh I don't know if I can ride that. Oh, you'll be right. You'll be able to ride it. So, what was my first race?
Phillip Island?
Yeah, it was. So I went to Phillip Island the first race and I came up against a bloke there.
Lloydie?
Hey?
Lloyd Brearley?
No.
No.
No, another bloke, Melbourne fellow.
Anyone else?
No. I came up against Owen Ellis later. Another fella. He was in C grade, so was I. And we went over the line like that, beating by a wheel. And that was the start of it. And then I raced a fair bit at Mac Park. I liked that circuit. And the bike suited it. It was easy to get off the line and didn't handle all that well, but you could keep it on and it'd buckle over the place, but you didn't have to shut it off all the time, you could just leave it on. And it was quite a reliable bike. And Alan gave it to me. Yeah.
So clearly that bike's pretty close to your heart.
Yeah.
So the failings of the bike in terms of handling and stuff, you could obviously manage with your riding style and...
Yeah, well, Alan used to improve things on it. He was a really good motor mechanic. And when I was out working, he'd work on it during the day in the shop, out in the back room. And I'd come back and Johnny Kaiser. You met Johnny Kaiser?
No, I haven't met Johnny.
He's a legend. He lives at Torquay. He's a motorbike mechanic by trade, by profession. Anyway, he'd say, "Hey TK, AO's been mucking around with your bike this week." And I'd say, "What have you been doing, Alan?" "Oh, nothing." And it'd always go fast.
Yeah. So did you ever find out some of the things he did?
Yeah. Put a better cam in it. He did that later, but he opened the inlet ports out. He strung it up on the front wheel.
From the rafters?
Yeah, by the front wheel.
Yeah.
And took the carburettors off it, and then did the inlet ports.
While it was strung up?
While it was strung up so that all the muck would fall out
So it wouldn't go
he's working
into
up
the
there,
bees?
goggles on, and he's working up in there, and he worked on the inlet port with the valve shut, then he'd turn it over one rev and work on the other one. So he ported it without
taking
any
it off.
valves out or anything. Brilliant mechanic.
Can you tell me what happened to your original bike? Because this is a rebuild, isn't it?
Yes.
So tell me what happened.
I sold it. Who bought it?
Bigger. Bigger.
Oh yeah. A fella called Nico bought it. He was from Meredith. And he got killed in a ute rollover out in the country, out near Meredith, or out in the back was. And his wife is married to Beak married. And so that's who I got it off. But where it went to, I've no idea, I never saw it again. It was last seen on fire in the pits at Winton.
What
Yeah.
year was that, Tom? Do you know?
74. 74.
Yeah, probably 75
So-
years.
So how long did you have it before you heard that story? Like how long had you had it and raced it and everything
Yeah,
before you heard that it had caught fire at Winton?
10 years beforehand,
Right,
I'd ridden it.
you'd ridden it.
Yeah, someone in Geelong told me, I saw your Yamaha on fire
Right.
into the ground in the pits in Winton.
So how did that make you feel?
Bad.
Pretty sad?
Well, I'll never see it again, will I?
Yeah.
So Tim built that.